Hey everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year Freakout book tag. So I've done this tag a bunch of times in the past few years since I started this channel, and I wanted to do it again because I know everybody's talking about it, and I want to reflect some of the books that I've read so far this year. And even though I've been on a reading slump lately, but I still have read a bunch of good books this year, or at least a decent amount. So yeah, let's get to the book tag. So the first question is, what is the best book that you've read so far this year? The one that I could think of right now, because I love this author's writing, and I love her books, which is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I've read this, I switched between the audiobook and reading it physically, and oh boy, I just love the story, I love the characters, I really love the world, and I know that this is a duology, as well as, I think the Her Radiant Curse is like a spin-off, but it takes place in the same world as Six Crimson Cranes. But I do hope to finish off this duology this year. Who knows? It depends on my mood. But yeah, I think Six Crimson Cranes is the best book that I've read so far this year. And the next question is, what's the best sequel that you've read so far this year? Which, I have not read a lot of sequels. I've seen like the pile of books over here that I haven't put on the shelves yet, and I only saw like maybe 2 or 3, but the one that I could think of that is definitely the best sequel that I've read so far this year, which is Death by Tea by Eric Erikson. I just been so entertained with this series. I just love the story, and I'm loving the series so far, even though like not a lot of people have read this series, but I just really enjoying the series so far, and the sequel's just been very entertaining to me. And the next question is, the new release that you haven't read yet but you want to this year. For me, it's Lord of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrina. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the author's name, but I just know that ever since I had people pick which new release I should pre-order and back in January, and this was the winner, and I just want to know, I haven't seen many people talk about this on BookTube, but I just love this cover, and I know that there's a love triangle in here between a librarian and Two-Face as far as I know, but I'm still hoping to read this later this year, because I don't have a lot of 2024 releases on my TBR, or at least on my physical TBR, so yeah, I do really want to read this hopefully later this year. The next question is, what is the most anticipated release of the second half of the year? For me is The Darkness Within Us by Tricia Levenseller, which is the second book to The Shadows Between Us, which I've read 2 years ago, and I loved it so much, and I do want to continue on with the series, and I pre-ordered it, and it's going to feature sprayed edges, and I just love books with sprayed edges. I know they have the first book with sprayed edges, but I'm like, I don't need it just to match, because I don't care if it matches or not, because when I got Dara the Pirate King duology with the original covers, they didn't have spray edges, but when she wrote Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, and that pre-order that I got has sprayed edges, and I just love that, so I didn't care if that they don't have, and they don't match with the Shadows Between Us, but I'm just really excited about it, because I pre-ordered this, and of course it's coming out during my birthday month, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, I am very anticipating for The Darkness Within Us. The next question is, what is your big disappointment? And I was trying to figure out what books that were big disappointments, and I almost forgot that I did a video where I give authors a second chance, and the one that I actually was disappointed a bit, which is Book of Night by Holly Black, because I was hoping to like this book more than on the Book of the Year series, because I only read the first book in the series and I didn't have the second one, and I was hoping to like this one, and it was a big letdown for me. I just wasn't enjoying it, and I know some people either like it or don't like it, and I'm really in a group of people that didn't like it. So yeah, this was a big disappointment for me, and I don't know if I'll give Holly Black another chance, just because of it's like for me, I like the world that she creates, even though it's like so confusing to me, and the characters, I don't think I felt connected to the characters either, so yeah, this was a big disappointment for me. And the next question is your biggest surprise, and which is for me, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I know that on the Knock 'Em Out series has been hyped on BookTube lately, and I got this book because of the hype, and plus I got this book from a Black Friday sale on Amazon, and I was like, I might as well take this deal. I think that's how I got this book in the first place. I mean, like I said, I know it's hyped, and I'm not really a big fan of good girl, bad boy kind of trope, but with this one, I just, honestly, I'm surprised how much I enjoyed it, and I know there's other books in the series, and I do want to read those as well, and yeah, I'm just really surprised by this, and yeah, and I know I've heard good things about Lucy Score's other works as well, so yeah, I am really happy that I gave this a try, and this was and obviously it was a big surprise for me. And the next question is your new favorite author, whether it's a debut author or new to you. I would say Lucy Score, because I haven't read a lot of new authors this year from what I can tell, and I just think that this is, like, out of the ones that I've read, this is definitely a new author for me, just because I know I've been branching off a lot of romance books lately since I was since I was only reading Nicholas Sparks books since high school, and I know that there's a lot of other romance books out there, and I've just been happy that I've been branching out, so yeah, I'm just think that Lucy Score is a new favorite author of mine, and I know I should try, like, for the rest of the year, I should try to read more new to me authors, but for right now, this is a new author for me. Or new favorite author, I mean. The next question is, newest fictional crush. No, I don't have one this year. I rarely get new crushes these days, but I know, like, there were a couple of years that I had a crush on the main characters just because they remind me of my husband, but that didn't happen with me this year. I'm not surprised, but I'm also surprised, but it's okay for me to not have a new fictional crush every now and then. I'm just, like I said, I rarely get new crushes. Like, if I was single, I would get new fictional crushes, but of course, since I'm married and I'm just know that I really just have a crush on characters just based off of if they remind me of my husband or not, but I know that sounds weird, but no new crush this year. And the next question is newest favorite character, and surprisingly, no. It's nothing wrong with the books that I've read this year. It's just I just didn't feel connected to some of the characters that I've read this year, which is kind of surprising because I know that usually I like characters from new books that I like, or from authors that I like, characters that were created by authors that I've read before, but this year that wasn't the case for me. I just didn't feel connected to the characters like I thought I would, but that's just me anyway. I feel like this is the first time since I started this channel where I don't have a new favorite character other than, like, the books from manga. I know I've gotten new favorite characters, but for right now is, like, I haven't tried any new mangas to determine if I have a new favorite character or not, but just for right now, I don't have a new favorite character at the moment. And another next question is, a book that made you cry this year? No. I know there were some books in the past that almost made me cry, but not this year. Like I said, I've been in a reading slump at the last couple of months. It's just, I don't know what's going on. I'm just, like, reading, it's just, I'm trying not to treat reading like a chore. That's why I get into a reading slump sometimes, and I'm just, sometimes have to take, like, a number of days of break of reading and just do something else before I get back into reading, but none of the books that made me cry this year, which is okay with me because I don't like crying, especially if I'm, like, reading in public or something like that. I don't want to, like, cry in public, and then people will be like, oh boy, what is she crying about? But yeah, this year I didn't have any books that made me cry this year. And the next question is a book that made you happy. Surprisingly, I just think reading is making me happy right now. I haven't had any books that made me happy right now, other than the audiobook I'm currently listening to right now, A World Without Princes. That's making me happy because I love Sophie and I love Agatha, and I'm just love their friendship, and it's just making me happy right now. I don't have the book with me because I'm just being a little lazy and not grab the physical book, but yeah, I just think right now that book's making me happy right now, but just in general, like just for me personally this year, I just think reading's making me happy, not like a specific book. Like, I know that some of the books probably would have made me happy, but it's just right now, reading's making me happy, and A World Without Princess is like the only one that I can think of, like the audiobook that I'm currently listening to is making me happy right now, so I would pick that instead. And the next question is, what is your favorite book to movie adaptation that you've seen this year? The only one that I can think of right now is Dune Part 2. I have not read the original book. I think the original book kind of intimidates me a bit just because of how chunky it is, and I know this is a sci-fi book that is compared to Star Wars, and I know that came out first, and when I saw the first movie, all I could think of is, oh, I feel like this is Star Wars, and I just have trouble getting into the first one, but with the second one, I kind of been enjoying more because I know, like, from what I can tell with the first one, it was more like exploring the world of Dune from my perspective anyway, and then you get to know the characters more in the sequel, and I was enjoying Part 2 until the ending kind of ticked me off a bit. I'm not gonna say anything because spoilers, so, but I still think it's a decent film in my opinion, and I know that Kevin has read Dune, and so has my father-in-law, and they pretty much enjoyed it, but I just think reading the book for me would probably be intimidating to me, and I played the board game version of it a couple of times, and I enjoy that, but yeah, I still think it's a decent book-to-movie adaptation that I've seen this year. And the next question is, what is the most beautiful book that you've bought or received this year? And the book that I picked for this, I bought this specifically from Unplugged Book Box's Romancy box. I just think that cover is beautiful, that I just had to have it, which is The Rise of Cinder Fae by Whitney Dean, and I just really love this cover. I was trying to determine on whether I should get this one or the original cover, and I don't normally ask someone else for someone else's opinion on which one I should pick, and of course I asked my mom, and she thinks this one's a way better book cover than the original, but I just really love this edition because, I mean, it's so beautiful. I just really love this edition. It's so beautiful, and yeah, and I know I probably show this in the unboxing video, but I just can't help it, but this is one of the most beautiful editions that I like, book box exclusive editions that I have right now. It's like my favorite out of all of them. But still, I just think this is just the most beautiful book that I've read so far this year, and I'm glad that I got it just because I know how beautiful, because of how beautiful it is, and I'm just happy that I got it. And I know that Unplugged Book Boxes has done other special edition boxes, since they don't do the monthly subscription box except for their Twisted Retreat boxes, but yeah, I'm just really happy that I got this one just because the cover is so beautiful. And the last question is, what are the books that you need to read before the end of the year? And I think just for right now, my answer would be just the books on my TBR, just because I am been very strict on myself. I've been going to the library more, and I haven't been buying a lot of books this year, as you guys could tell, and it's just, I'm just trying to prioritize the books I have on my TBR and trying not to buy as many books, just because I know, like, with a lot of hyped books, it's hard for me to catch up with them, and I'm just trying, like, when it comes to me buying books now, it's trying to figure out, like, what series that I want to continue, and I would buy, like, the sequels that I don't own yet, or, like, authors that I like, and I'm trying to get books from those authors that I enjoyed. So yeah, I just been stricter on myself this year. Like, I'm trying not to buy as many books, and plus I'm trying to figure out room that I have for my books right now. Like, I know currently I have these shelves and my cube shelves over there, and then a pile of books like over here. You can't see them on this side of this bookshelves that that are in the stack and the stack of books that I already read that I need to put in these shelves, and I'm trying to figure out room for my books right now, and I'm trying not to buy as many, and I know that I do want another one of these, but I don't have room for it right now, so, but yeah, when it comes to my TBR, I've been trying to be more strict on my TBR, especially when I'm trying to figure out which TBR bets are worth reading right now and which ones I should just not waste my time on. I've been like I said, I've been strict on my TBR, and I'm just gonna say the TBR on the books on my TBR for right now. I know that I want like a specific books that I want to focus on, but just for right now, I'm just gonna give you guys a vague answer, which is I just want to read at least some of the books on my TBR before the end of the year. So that's all of the for the mid-year book tag, or mid-year Freakout book tag. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you're trying to prioritize before the end of the year, because I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you know if I ever post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!